Hey guys, and I'm here with my first little helpful Algebra 2 video, and this is on factoring. If you don't know what it is because our teacher didn't explain it very easily, here you go. Here's some easy factoring. So let's go on with the first problem type. Okay, so here we are with our first set of problems. These are factoring problems and are pretty easily factorable. If you see so just a simple x squared right here, and then minus a cubic number, you can easily do this. So let me paste in here. It turns into this. Whatever the square root of it is, plus it, and then minus it in the other one. And this is because the x's are equal to x squares, and the plus 2, you multiply those x's, and then the minus 2x and the other x, those equal out and make it so then it's not plus or minus any x like it could be plus x here if it was a different problem. So that's, and then the minus 2 and plus 2 makes the minus 4, and that's how you can factor those ones. That's the same thing with this x squared minus 16. You can do this right here, and it's the same premise. So that's the first set of problems. I forget what she called it, like completing square root ones. But yeah, just if you see something like that, it could be x squared minus 25. That type of stuff easily can go to that. Okay, here's our next problem. Okay, so we have our next little factoring problem, and this is a very simple one. When you see an x squared and then another number, you can just take this number and you want to figure out the factors of it. So I have this program right here. So factors of 6, right? I apologize for this. Are what, 2 and 3, or they are 6 and 1. So we're going to use the 6 and 1 because those will equal 7. Okay, so it equals, and when it's just the x squared plus 6 and no other number, no 2 or no 3 in front of it, you can just take those factors and put them into things. So then the answer would be this, and this would be your answer for the factoring portion of it. It would be the x plus 6 times x plus 1. So that's how you do those simple ones. Now you also have some ones like this, which by any other means of factoring, we don't know how to factor the cubics yet, so factoring this would be impossible, except for that each one has a 9 in it. Okay, the 18 is divisible by 9, and each has an x squared. So you can put this into this, and I'm trying to keep this really short for you guys, so it's not a long video at all. But so you can just take out the 9x squared, and that leaves 1x over here that wasn't taken out, and then the minus 2, since the 9 was divided out of the 18 and the x squared was taken out of this number right here, and that leaves you with the x minus 2, and that's as factored as it can get. Okay, so now we have a very complicated one. Okay, so this one is also factorable. You may recognize it from our little quiz. I just took it out of there, and this is our group quiz, right? And this is what it would be. So you times the 7 when you have, sorry, let me explain better. Sorry. When you have a number in front of the x squared, you can take the x times the 48. So let me do that right now. So the 7 times 48 equals 336. Okay, so we need to find some divisible factors of 336 that go into 62x. Now, since this is the 48 is positive, they're both going to be positive and add up to 62. So let me show you guys what they are. Now you may want to use a calculator and just check or whatever, but I'm just going to take 336, and I already know it right here. So you just want to check, divide it by 3 or 2, or just divide it a bunch. Try out some different combinations until you come up with factors like 56 and 6, right? So 56 times 6 equals that. Let me show you that. 56 times 6 equals 336, and 56 plus 6 equals the 62x. So now you can write it out like this. Now you cannot do it easily and just say, oh, there should be an equal sign there. You cannot just write it out easily like the last one where you could just take the factors and make it equal that. You have to write it out, so it's 7x squared plus 56x plus 6x plus 48 equals 0. So you take that right there, and the next thing you do is you figure out what you can take out of each equation, okay? So, on this one, it equals this, because just separate it into this. There's two different, just separate it into the 7x squared plus 56x and the 6x plus 48. Separate those into two separate things, so then you can get two parentheses, what's it called? Multiplications on the sides. No, that's not at all the fancy name for it, but yeah. So with the 7x squared plus 56x, you can take out a 7x, because there's a 7x on each side, right? So you take that out over here, and that leaves you with the 8 plus x, okay? Now, plus 6, you can take out the 6 out of both of those. Take that out, and your whole goal, you might need to manipulate it by only taking out 3 or whatever, depending on the problem, but you want to have the x plus 8 and the x plus 8, you want them to equal, so you may need to take out a negative 6 instead of a 6 in order to get those to equal, because that's very important for the next portion, the problem, which is to just simplify it into this problem right here, which would be your final answer, because you can take the 7x and the plus 6, put that into one parentheses. Not sure how this works exactly, but it does. And then when you have the x plus 8 equal to each other, you take that into another one, and that's your factored result. So that's all the examples I have prepared today. So simple factoring. Put any questions in the comments, any suggestions on Facebook comments, whatever. Just let me know how I can improve this, if I need to explain it a bit more in depth. I really didn't want to do too long of a video. It's a bit too long than I expected. But thank you guys so very much for watching, and I hope that it's been helpful for you, and if it has, thanks, and see ya. Bye.